Hi you guys, welcome back to the Crafty Creative. I am here with another tutorial. Today I'm showing you what's the difference between group and attach. So these are two different commands in Design Space. We can group elements together and have them in, as the word says, groups, or we can attach elements together, and there's a big difference and they do two different things. So I'm going to go into Design Space and I'm going to give you an example of what it looks like when you group elements together and send it to the machine versus if you were to attach elements together and send it to the machine. And hopefully you get some insight on the two and you are a little bit more comfortable on knowing when to use it, how to use it. Okay, so let's get into Design Space. I have the word happy and the word love from the last tutorial. So I'm just going to use those because these are great examples. I'm going to make it a bit bigger so that we can see better. Now, let's say I wanted to cut the word happy and the word love exactly as it is. The word love right underneath the word happy, centered. And I just wanted it just like that, cut on the material that I'm cutting. I would make sure, of course, it's centered and everything exactly how I want it. And I would now select both layers and I would go down to the bottom right and hit attach. This is now together, right? It's attached and I can send it to cut just like this. And what will happen is the machine will cut the word happy and then cut the word love exactly where it is on my material. Because I have the Joy hooked up, I just need to make this smaller. And then I'm going to show you. I'm going to send it to the machine on a mat and I'm going to click it, right? This now moves as one, okay? And I can't move the word love separately from the word happy on when I go to cut. So for example, if I wanted to save material and I didn't want to have this big space there, that's not going to work for this because it's attached and it's going to cut exactly where I told it to cut, okay? Now, if we grouped this together instead of attached it, we can move it. So let's go and redo what we did. So we click happy and love. You'll see in the layers panel that it says attach. If you click this little arrow, it will actually show you what you attached. So you attached two weld results, happy and love, and that's what's attached. If we want to detach it, we will just hit the detach button at the bottom. It's separated now. So now they're two separate. If it is that we wanted to group these together, we can select them both and hit the group button on the top. Now they're grouped together, but it's not going to stay there when we go to the mat. Okay. When we go to hit make and we go to our mat, it's actually going to be two separate. You see, I click them and I can move each of them separately because they were grouped in Design Space, but it has nothing to do with when you're actually cutting your materials. Attach has something to do when you're cutting materials, group doesn't. So group is just more for like organization when you're in Design Space, when you need to keep your elements together, when you want to keep things together. Whereas attach actually keeps something where you want it so that you could cut it exactly where you want it. Okay, so I hope that makes sense. If you have any questions at all, please feel free to let me know in the comments and I'll be happy to get back to you. Stay tuned because what I will do is I will do a more in-depth tutorial on a project. I'll find a project that I can do to show you why we attach, how we attach, when we attach, and hopefully that can also give you a bit of insight on how to implement using the attach command versus the group command. I'll also show you how I sort my projects out in my layers panel because I use group a lot when I'm trying to group things together, whether it's prep work, whether it's final pieces, components, elements that need to be cut on different colors, etc. So you'll be able to get a really good idea of how I use group compared to attach. But I hope that helps you understand the difference between group and attach. Okay? Bye. See you in the next tutorial. Bye.